They're so beautiful all by themselves. So those will be coming up. I hope you will stay tuned for that, everybody. But right now, we are going to scoot right along and we are going to show you, listen to my chair. If you hear moaning.
It's not me.
Throughout the show. I was like, what is that noise? That's me. It's so...
Sorry. Sounds like elephant. You can have the elephants circling.
It does sound like an elephant. Oh my gosh. Wow. How did that happen? I need some WD-40 out here. Oh my word. Well, you know what? These chairs are going to work out today. It's a 24-hour event. Okay, so we're going to move along here. And now we're going to show you a necklace. This is so cool. This works back beautifully to the ring we just talked about. There's a matching earring that works with this as well. And then there also is, yeah, it's a choice in the earring. We have the feldspar or we have the sodalite in this choice, right?
Lapis.
Oh, that is lapis.
It is. It's all genuine lapis.
Awesome. And then the necklace is done in kind of that same combination. Oh, Angie, that looks so pretty.
Talk about feeling like Cleopatra herself.
No doubt. That looks gorgeous.
Well, this is so fun because you're really kind of modernizing an ancient look of Egypt. Both the lapis and turquoise and the African turquoise all were very, very highly esteemed royal regal stones that have been found from the tombs, you know, from ancient Greece and beyond and all throughout Africa. So this really combines that beautiful natural lapis as well as the silver fans that you see. Now these have been inspired by the papyrus, which is that, it's like a water plant that you'll see in a lot of the petroglyphs of ancient Egypt because they used it, they would beat it and that's what they made all their paper out of, which was incredibly important. So that symbol is very important as well. But it creates this beautiful fan shape. And so we took it a step further and included that with the silver design on the top. And then genuine lapis. Boy, for those who love their blues and lapis,
of that lapis,
these are just incredible earrings.
Cut, that fan shape, the cut, the size, the detail. So there's the lapis. That is stunning. And then look at your beautiful feldspar. These are so cool. And then I want to show you the necklace. I'm going to bring that in here because, I mean, if you can do the set, that would be wonderful. If you picked up the ring, how gorgeous this works back to the ring. But the necklace with the lapis beads and the beautiful feldspar and how just artistic and ornate each of these beautiful pieces really represent. I love that.
Well, what's so fun is you're the very first to see these pieces.
Right.
And when you wear this necklace, you cannot help but to feel empowered. I mean, really, that's why we love to wear jewelry, not only because of the properties and the feeling of beautiful, colorful gemstones, but design. So when you have something like this around your neckline, it's an outfit in itself. You could wear this with a simple blouse and you've transformed your whole outfit. So truly a collectible, and I love it because, yes, they look fantastic with these earrings, but they'll look great with some, you know, simple silver hoops.
Oh, for sure. And that's a substantial amount of gemstone here. When you look at that beautiful shape and the colors and the lapis, and I love the organic feel of that African turquoise or that speckled feldspar, that just, it's so interesting. And the color is soft and beautiful. And then the blue, look at all the gold pyrite in that lapis. You don't always see that, but I'm noticing every piece has a really nice amount of gold fleck in it, and that really gives it extra character. And which makes it so special.
And it's a really good indicator that you're getting the real thing. You know, when you see that pyrite, and that's what they kind of, one of the reasons they called it lapis lazuli or referred it to the night sky, the pyrite representing the little stars in the sky. But this beautiful African turquoise or feldspar, I love because what I've noticed is if, depending on the color that you're wearing, it changes the tone of the blue and the green. So it's very transformative, and I don't say that lightly because I actually, you know, read back on a lot of the myths and legends about this stone, and it's known to be the stone of transformation.
That's it.
Which I love. So if you're ready for new beginnings, this is a great stone to kind of give you that feeling like, hey, I can take on the world and make those changes.
And it's a new year.
Perfect for January.
New year, new beginnings, and you know what? What a beautiful addition to your wardrobe. Something unique, something that